Evening, everyone. Give me a second here. Evening, everyone. Give me a second here. Evening, everyone. Where's the other one? Right there. Evening, everyone. Give me a second here. Evening, everyone. There we go. That's better. Oh, really? Why is it doing that? I don't know. Oh, here you go, Jeff, if you're here. Anybody watching, what can I do for you? Try to help you out with wood pellets this winter. Or BioBlocks. Come on. Cooperate with me. Some odd reason, thing does not want to cooperate. There we go. That one. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Sounds like the wife is home. Alright, that is obnoxiously loud. Anybody's curious, this is pretty much how they make wood pellets for heating for the winter time. However, this one is in Vietnam. Has he gone off? Yeah, he's offline now. I believe.
My name is Simon.
So my bit rate's a little unstable. Oh well. Yeah, I haven't missed anything, Jeff. How are you doing out your way? I'm gonna test something here. Okay, it does show up on that one side. Okay, good. Yeah, I was wondering how much you got out that way. How's this right now? You hear me all right? By the looks of it, you should be able to hear me just fine. Wrong one. And I'm also streaming over on Twitch too, so. Okay. Yeah, believe it or not, this right here is my headset for my cell phone. It's the only thing I found that works decent right now. And it's Bluetooth, so I don't have to have nothing plugged into it. You gonna be out this way at all this week? I know it's gonna be a short week, so that's why I was asking. Natural, okay. No, I don't blame you. As I said, it's gonna be a short week with the holiday. But I was doing watching a couple of videos here. I just do not know how loud it is on your end. Because I know one thing. When I tried it on mine, it just about blew my ear out. Hey, buddy. Hey, Jeff. Can you see the Trucker 54? Okay, yeah, harder for Christmas time. Yeah. Okay, I'm streaming on two different platforms. Okay, I got you on YouTube, and I've got my son over on Twitch. I'm streaming two different platforms at the same time. See, like right here. Let me pull this over. Oh, stop. See, this is Twitch I'm on right here. Right there's my son. I like that infinite windows. Pull it off that screen so it won't do that anymore. Cause just so you see what I see during the stream. This is what I got. You see over here, I got you, and then I got my son. The only how it differentiates you two is the icon. So you can see this little icon in the chat on. Oh, you might see it because I get you as a mod, don't I? Under sources, hit add. There should be a chat box. You see it on the YouTube chat, or is it on the screen? Under Streamlabs. Under what? Under sources. I don't see nothing that says sources, buddy. Settings. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, buddy. Sources. Put that. Plus button in there. Okay, yeah. Add. There should be a chat box. Chat box. Add source. Wow, that's a little bit of a large one. Do I have multiple screens? I've got two. I've got one just above the camera, and I got one right there. I've been looking. I got to upgrade stuff like that. I've been looking at some. That thing is a huge one, though. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. Why do I have it? Yeah. I'm trying to get that thing to reduce size. Oh, there we go. No, not there. There we go. There we go. Now that See how that works. How's that, Jeff? That's kind of different. As I said, the boy's kind of shouldn't be doing what he's doing. Where is it? No. Okay, there we go. Alright, I gotta adjust that some more. Oh, that's the Sound Alerts ones. I want that. No, he's at work. Must be a little slow there, bud, huh? No. Yeah. YouTube, the way it's been explained to me by a couple different streamers, is YouTube is a better quality. Twitch is faster response. See how that is. It's a little bit bigger. Because I'll show you what's going on, Jeff. If you're kind of, I know you're kind of interested in what's going on. This window right here is where I do all the adjustments on. This is what you see. Of course, these are all the different scenes I do. I'll pull it back over here. Come on. Back over here. Intermission. Does that. Oh, hold on. There. Now you can see it. Get that one. Get this one here. Different chatbot. No, I am not, but well, there. That's what I got going on with all those different ones. But I noticed the chat cleared out on the screen here. The other thing is I can make myself disappear. I've been looking at a different system. Looking at one where I can get 4 monitors. That way I can try to move the editing program to a different window. I can have the, like, whatever platforms I'm on running on a screen. I got the regular screen, and I could probably do another one where I can put the computer resources program on that. There's that one. Where'd the other one go? Oh, it's right there. I lose you, Jeff? Give me a minute here. I'm trying to do something with the boy. Trying to make him a mod. There it is. There. How do I have time to learn all that? Yeah. I actually have a computer in this office right now. I built.
Text message.
All right, who's that? Don't know. I'm gonna put that on mute. I built probably 25 years ago. Got to be about 25 years ago I built it. But I've got a actual water cooled one in here. Well, watered as in antifreeze. It has a water pump, a radiator, fans, the whole works. Oh, that's why. That one's there. I'll go back to that. You see the video I posted last week. No, yeah, last week. About the rear end on that truck. You see that one? Yeah, look how many it jumped up to just this week alone. Yeah, he's kind of picked out of my ass too. So what you think of that? What you think of that rear end? How that thing sounds pretty sad. But look how many views it's gotten, Jeff. There we go, analytics. Just in the past week, gotten 23. Gained 7 on Thursday when I posted that video. Yeah, 902 right there. But that right there still says nothing. Lifetime. 3 cents. I've done 3 cents since I've done the channel. And that's been in what? 2 years. It'd actually be 3 years, January. And look here, you'll see a whole bunch of little ones that drop below. See, -1. Somebody unsubscribed. I'd probably be over 1,000 if it wasn't for that. But that's okay. Minimum payout's $100. See, the other thing that's kind of hurts for me right now, going live right now, is like this channel. They got quite the following. Look, they got 8,800 people viewing right now. I've got 6, or looks like 6. Yeah, two on Twitch and 4 on YouTube. I don't shut that off. It's actually 5 on YouTube. I don't shut that off, it'll echo in my ear and drive me nuts. Is there anything you want to know about the process, Jeff? I mean, ouch. At some point in time, I've been talking with Tony, but neither one of us have had the time to meet up. But I will be doing a tour of the Wood & Sons pellet mill. We'll be doing it on a Sunday when it's quiet, calm, and we can take our time. Not while it's running and all the equipment running around. Come on. What is going on here? Oh. Took myself off and I forgot to put myself back on. Yeah, I'd still be. I'd have it on YouTube. There is a company that already did it once. If I can find it. Right here. North Atlantic Fuels. We can watch this one here. As I said, this is the one you guys normally see. Everybody sees me haul out of the most. This was done 5 years ago, so they were maybe in their third or fourth year of making pellets. I'm still trying to get used to some of this stuff. Yeah, he has, as just texting, like you are right now. But we're also talking about doing a video together and maybe the possibility of a joint live stream. Have him join me on a live stream so people can ask questions about it. Is kind of one of the ideas he's thinking about doing. But again, it's the time. We need to try to get the time to do something like that. Yesterday was an absolute nightmare with that Freightliner. Trying to get that, figure out the heat, and unfortunately, I think the water pump's letting go. It's not the heater core because I pulled the lines off the heater core or the mixer valve, as I pulled the lines off, used a vacuum, sucked all, figured if there's any junk up in there, I wanted to try to get it out. So I used a vacuum plus flushed water through it. Everything went fine. So I think it's water pump circulating enough water to keep the engine cool, but it's not building enough pressure to circulate it up into the heater core. So that truck's down. things calmed down after I left, huh?
When I left, there was no rocks.
I know when I left you, there was like 5 or 6 on the board. Ground's not frozen over there yet, is it, Jeff? Probably dug up some gravel in your driveway or lawn. Don't mind me, I'm just playing around with some other things.
Yeah, she said something. She forgot about it today. I said, "You going to school tomorrow?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "You got breakfast for her today?" Yeah. It's all right. She said, "Papa, I'm going out there. And get back there by 9:30 so." She said,
But you don't have Facebook or anything like that, do you, Jeff? Just YouTube? You don't have Facebook, okay. I say, because I do have a face Facebook page. Why is it not showing up in that window now?
"Yeah, I can get up and I get it. It's usually okay, but I'll get up before."
Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yep. Okay. If I click on that tab as YouTube, it shows that, but does not show it on the multi-stream tab. Huh. Is there any... Okay, as I said, actually, let me go here. No, not this, not that one. This one here. I said with the now you like it better this way, where you can see what I'm showing and stuff like that. You see what I'm talking about. The BTUs per pound for the Ambiance, 8,085. If we go down here to the Vermont, this is 8591, and a 0.23 ash. And the Ambiance was what, 0.4? Yeah, 0.4, so it'd be a little ashier, a little not quite as hot. The Vermont would be better for you. See, like right here, my Saturday employer, Vermont, shows it as 8,800 BTUs and 0.25 ash. The highest ash stuff we have is the Lacrete. Oh, and I found out, I looked it up. Lacrete is actually made in Lacrete, Lacrete, Alberta. There we go. There's where their sawmill's at. That blue dot's me. Oh. Not quite me, but that's one of my customers I had. So yeah, they make them up here. They load them in a rail car and bring them down to... I am not 100% sure on this one. Where is it? Oh, the eardrum. No, that's not it. Where is the railroad tracks at? Comes out of Kodacook, I know that much. Oh. Where is it? Is that tracks? Whoops, no, I don't want that. Okay, there's the railroad tracks. No, it's got to be up here. Where was it? I know it was up here along the tracks somewheres. Anyways, it comes out of Kodacook. Yeah, it's a little bit of a haul for them. Where is that trucking company here? Right there. Right here. Comes by rail car to here. Okay, it doesn't show train, but just by road. Of course, they don't go just quite as straight as that. Lacrete is a softwood. It is a spruce pellet. Is that loud to you? All right, where'd I go? Huh, I did it again. No. Wrong one. Refresh chat. Maybe that's the issue. Loud thumps your TV. Okay. Maybe I turn that down a little bit. And that. I know it thumps in my ear. There we go again. It gets my ear pretty good. Turn that down a little bit more. Yeah, 46 hours by vehicle. Forty-seven by the Trans Canada Highway. But the pellet, again, that's their mill right there. I don't see anything for rail cars accessible, so they must truck it to a rail yard, then load it on a car and send it by rail. I have no clue where they would do that. But yeah, they are quite a ways away. Now, again, the Lacrete is one of our higher ash pallets. As I said, pallets. When you hear me talk, I talk about how many pallets I did in a day. That's the reason why. It's 1.2 U.S. tons. It's 1 metric ton. Lignetics. Here we go. This comes in a 1.5 ton pallet. So these will. I try not to go by how many tons in a day, just because it can be a pain to try to keep track. One of my boys still here because I haven't seen anything. Well, it shows 2 viewers on Twitch, so he's still going to be here somewhere. He's probably making some pizzas or something. Oh, I wonder if this is going to be loud. Ow. Yeah. Okay. Try turning that down a little more. Sorry, Jeff, but turn your TV down. I'm gonna try it again. And okay, that's what I figured, buddy. Well, try it again. That's wicked loud. Turn it down to about there. See if that does it. No way, that is just screaming loud. Try this one. I have to check with the settings, Jeff. I'm done playing around with that. You can turn the TV back up. I apologize. Wasn't bad on your end. I don't know why, but it was friggin' loud in my eardrum. I know it's not from you, but yeah, it was me testing stuff. I was testing the widgets. See, these are what's available on Saturdays, Jeff, where I work. And of course, as I said, this is Monday through Friday for me. You're like 15 seconds behind. That seems to be about the same as Jeff is on YouTube. So the Vermont as well, Jeff. Now, will this one bring it up? Right here. I'm going to try something. I got to turn this one down a little bit more. I don't want to try a blaster. I turned it down to half. But this is the Vermont, the North Clarendon, Vermont wood pellet facility. So this is, if you're interested in Vermont, this is the main store. But as I told you, I'm looking that way for a camera. That's right there. As I said before, they have two facilities, and the one we get our pellets out of is the Springfield, New Hampshire plant, because it's actually almost 4 hours quicker to go to the Springfield one than it is to haul out of the North Clarendon one. I'm going to try something. I hope it doesn't blow everybody's ears out. I'll give you a few seconds to turn your TVs down to see if it is too loud. I know I can turn it down, volume down here.
Located in the Rutland area of Vermont, near the New York State border.
Here we go. Go back. As I said,
The Northern Logger recently paid a visit to Vermont Wood Pellet, a mill located in the Rutland area of Vermont, near the New York State border. The mill produces 20,000 tons of...
as I said, that one right there is this mill right here. Because as you can see, I've got it starred for places when I was hauling out of there. And I'll be stopping it during the video to explain some things.
pellets for pellet burning stoves every year.
See, like these guys bring in raw logs.
Vermont Wood Pellet was the first pellet mill in the state and is currently the only...
Also, let me know if this is too loud. If it's too loud, I need to try to do something. I got the volume down pretty low right now.
Independently operating pellet business in Vermont. They employ 18 people and run 24 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Now what you see right here, is their drum debarker to debark the logs. They load them in there and they just literally tumble and beat themselves, knock the bark off. Okay, how is the audio? Is that too loud? You can barely hear it. Alright, I got that thing turned way down, so I'll bump it up a little bit more. Alright, I'll try that.
The mill buys low-grade logs from around 80 logging crews in the area. The first step is to put the logs in a debarker, called a drum debarker, to prepare them to be ground up into a smaller size.
Is that better? I can turn it up some more. I'm gonna have to turn the headset down now. I'll turn this down some. Okay. Now tell me if this is too
Owner
loud.
Chris Brooks compares what they do at Vermont Wood Pellet to what a refinery does.
Turn that down to about
The logs
there.
then go to a grinder, which turns them into chips.
Okay, go back here.
The logs then Owner
So you'll be going by here tomorrow.
Chris Brooks compares what they do at Vermont Wood Pellet to
I bet
what a
he's pretty cool.
refinery
He's a
does.
pretty cool guy.
The logs then go to a grinder, which turns them into chips. After that, they're moved into a dryer, which is heated by a boiler.
Well, actually, I kind of skipped over the part of the green hammer mill. They go from chips into a, I would assume maybe this is the green hammer mill. I'm not 100% sure. Hi, George. How you doing? But as I said, it goes through the debarker to a chipper to a green hammer mill, then into the dryer. They kind of skipped over that a little bit.
The chips are then ground down one more time and rolled into pellets.
Now the process usually is log, okay, from the woods to the truck to the mill to a debarker to a chipper to a green hammer mill. Then it goes into the dryer. Then to what they call a dry hammer mill, which grinds it down even more. Then into the pellet press or pellet mill.
Vermont Wood Pellet does not use any additives to form the pellets, but instead relies on the natural lignins that occur in the trees. That means less ash and less waste than other processes. Brooks calls these lignins the bone structure of the tree. The pellets are made at 140 to 180 degrees and are then allowed to cool off for around 15 minutes. They're then packaged. So why do people use pellets?
This right here, I also, that big door right there, it doesn't show it
While pellets
how the size of the building they're in, besides this, but you can back inside the building completely and they can close the door and load you, depending on, Whoops. Give me a minute. Trying to get this hook back up. Okay. Oops. No. Close. No. Far as additives in the pellets, all the pellets we sell, I have to say, all the pellets we sell do not have additives. Are there some that use them? Yes. But all the ones that we sell have 0 additives in them. It says they only do 20,000. They actually do more than that now.
Stoves rose in popularity in New England around 10 years ago when natural gas prices skyrocketed. People continue to use them because they like them.
Is it still too loud, Jeff, or is that
It helps
good?
that wood is a renewable resource and plentiful in Vermont. Vermont wood pellet uses what Brooks calls the weeds of the woods, all the low-grade material that loggers oftentimes have trouble turning into profit. Brooks cautions that it's harder to run a pellet mill than it might seem, and that he's had to get creative to find ways to make the mill work economically. But as a 5th-generation member of a family
Is it too loud, Jeff? I probably give you. It's good? Okay, good.
that has always worked in the woods, Brooks is up for the challenge. He calls Vermont Wood Pellet a community scale mill, which means
Still around
that
there,
it's
George?
meant to serve his
If you have any
neighbors.
questions, feel free to ask.
He plans to produce wood pellets for Vermont for a long time to come.
Now see, like right here, you see them loading the logs into the debarker. Goes in the chipper to the surge pile. And then they'll load them in here, depending on what it is too. See, like they got another bin over here. You got 2 for like raw materials to feed into the dryer. And you got another one here to feed the dryer. What variety of tree, or is it what variety of? I assume you mean what variety of tree is used, or does it matter? A lot of them. See, like this Vermont is a 100% pine pellet. I was just talking with Jeff earlier about the Lacrete pellet, which is made in that we sell, which is made up here at Lacrete Sawmills in Lacrete, Alberta. That's a spruce pellet. Far as like pellets we sell, okay, this Douglas fir, you cannot. It's a coastal Douglas fir, West Coast Douglas fir. You cannot burn a hotter or cleaner pellet. I mean, 9,000 BTUs, a 0.15 ash. Now, yeah, you got this Northern Max Cubex. Excuse me. This one here is a 100% hardwood, but it is a mixed blend. The parent company of this Northern Max Cube, the way I deal with it normally deal with it is under here, Cubex. It is a hardwood, but it is a mixed hardwood. The parent company of this pellet actually does hardwood flooring. So they take the byproduct of the hardwood flooring, make it into pellets. So you could be getting a blend of cherry and oak, or oak and ash. It's a variety. Vermont is a pine. Matra is a pine pellet. Of course, that's a hardwood. That's a spruce. Wood and Sons, they are a pine. Logic softwood is a mixture of softwood. It could be softwood, it could be pine, spruce, fir. And Logic hardwood is another one that's, they take a byproduct of hardwood flooring to do that. And of course, this Wood and Sons is the same one as this. It's just in a 20-pound bag. This force is the exact same as this. It's just in a 22-pound bag. Let's see, what else do we got over here? All right, Kennewick. This is a hardwood pellet that we sell for when you watch the videos that I do all the home deliveries with. This is my employer right here. These ones are the ones I deal with a lot with. As far as this Kennewick pellet, we don't sell much of it. As far as Kennewick goes, it's more of this stuff here, the bioproducts. But Kennewick is a hardwood. I think it is a mixture, of course. There's the Cubex. This Energex is a mixed hardwood softwood. It's 65 soft, 35 hard, I think it is. So, ash content, they're not lying. They say less than 1%. But it's like 0.6 or 0.7% ash, which in the pellet industry is pretty high. I got the Lacrete. I was just talking about Lignetics. Now I try to bring everybody up to speed. Lignetics actually owns Energex and Maine's Choice. So these three right here are all a mixed blend of 65-35 softwood hardwood. Oh, you're in British Columbia? Yep. So yeah, the Lacrete would probably be one of the ones that real popular in your area. And this one right here, you're in British Columbia, so you'd probably know who used to own this and what this was under. This used to be the Okanagan pellet, owned by, was it Verities? I think it was who owned them, but they went under. Matra's another, and again, that's a Canadian pellet. Canadian. We sell a lot of Canadian pellets. That's Canada. I believe that one is Canadian. Of course, that's Canadian. Vermont, which is New Hampshire and Vermont, and of course this one's made right in Sanford, Maine. Yeah, he is a lot closer to them than we are. He's over here. He's not 4,000, was it 4,400 kilometers away? Even if he's down here, Lacrete's got to be very popular in that area. All right, give me a minute, guys. I gotta go on the other side of the room here, other side of the wall behind me here to the restroom. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I had to go, but empty. But what am I doing now? Filling it back up. But of course, as I was saying, as you can tell, I'm back. But I've hauled out of the mill many a times. We have seen people do that. Heard of some people doing that, but it is expensive. Getting up front because of course, you need to build something to store them. Then you got to do all the packaging. So you're gonna have to buy the machine, get the machinery to package it, palletize it, wrap it. Yeah, you can do all that by hand. But that's gonna take some time to do stuff like that. Me personally, that's a lot of work. If you want to do it, that's your choice. I cannot tell you which way I would go. Not for me. But again, I have some injuries that would prevent me from it. If you're healthy enough to do it, go for it. You never know. You could actually do very well with it. Okay, that's that one. Again, it's your own call. We got people that do this. See, like right here. Okay, you see them add vegetable oil to it. These are for the homemade one. The little like homesteaders. People actually use these to use their own lawn clippings to make pellets for their animals. Feed pellets. There we go. That's what I was trying to think of. Don't know why. It's been a long week. I got a feeling this week's going to be just as long, if not longer. Huh, I've been going for an hour and a half. I didn't realize that. Whoops.
Gemco. Yeah. Okay. I've seen those. And you do you yeah, too long for me. Hey, yeah, okay, buddy. Wait till you get home. Wait till you get home. I'll probably be asleep by then, but I just saw that. There we go. Yeah, yours is gas powered, right, Jeff? Or no, yours is electric? It is. Yeah, it is, George. It is an interesting industry. And as I said with this Wood and Sons, I've got the owner's number. Him and I chit chat a lot. He's joined me in chat on a stream a couple times. He says, and I agree with him. There's a lot of science going on behind the scenes on the pellets. So you gotta get things just right. As I explained with the Vermont, you get the trees in. You gotta debark them, run them through the grinders. You gotta go through the chipper. You gotta get the right size right off the bat with the chips, because once they go from the chipper to the green hammer mill, if they're oversized or something like that, it can make it harder for the green hammer mill to grind it down before it goes into the dryer. Then if it's oversized, it doesn't dry down properly in the dryer. Green hammer mill, then as I said, to the green hammer mill, from the green hammer mill to the dryer to the dry hammer mill, then into the pellet press. It is quite the thing. There's a lot of tedious monitoring between basically right from the chipper all the way through till they're bagged. Okay, it's a gas job. So it'd probably be somewhere down around here, I guess. That's electric. Yeah, because I've actually seen a couple people buy them for something like this one right here. I've actually seen people buy these ones and run corn through them for, as I said, to make feed for their animals. Is the pellet stoves? Really? Well, I have to say a pellet stove is just like any vehicle. If it's made by... Now, people with kids, you might want to plug their ears for this. But as my grandfather said, if it has tits or tires made by a man, it's going to cause you trouble. Sorry. But it's always... You're going to have good ones, you're going to have bad ones. Some places have a real bad luck with them. Like Harman. I don't know if you guys got Harman. You probably have Harman up there. But they're a high-end stove here in my area, in New England. I have heard of customers having nothing but problems with the Harman. That's like a $4,000 or $5,000 stove in this area. Had nothing but problems with them. But me, I've got a cheap box store one here. Mine's mine is made by what's called, my stove is a King KP130, which the parent company is U.S. Stove Company. A lot of people have said they've had nothing but problems with their stoves. My stove, when I bought it, it had a bad low pressure sensor switch, safety switch. I replaced it. I called the manufacturer. We replaced it. That thing has run like a Timex, and I think we're going on 7 years with it. 19. Either 2018 or 2019, we put the stove in, and it has run without a problem. Hey Jeff, is this the one that you got right here? Oh, stop. Little gas engine one. The only downfall of a pellet stove too, it requires electricity to run. It's not like a wood stove, you throw wood in it and keep going. But again, we sell a lot of these stuff here. Sealands, oh, and Jeff, Sealands Grove, Pennsylvania, is where we get the NV blocks from. This comes out of Canada, and this comes out of northern Maine. These actually come out of Washington. I can't remember where it was. Yeah. If you don't stamp on your maintenance on stoves, on the pellet stoves, yeah, they will clean them thoroughly. What I normally do with my stove is at the end of the year, I give it a good thorough vac clean. I say always a complete cleaning, but I will vac out all the ash that I can basically see or reach. And then, like at the beginning of the season this year here, I did have to start the stove up to empty out all the pellets that were in the hopper, get everything out of there, clean it all out. Take the side panels off, clean out the inside, and clean the pipes. You don't have to do it all the time, but I try to clean my pipes once a year, and take out all the panels that I can and clean out the stove. So this would be the one you got. Cleaning and maintenance of pellet stoves. There's a lot of those out there. There's a lot. Like I think Harmon has one because some of their stoves, the back plate has a certain way you gotta lift it, turn it, twist it, or however you gotta do to get it out to clean out behind there. As I said, mine is just a cheap U.S. stove one, but it works good. I can go over one with my stove, but I do believe. Let's see here. It's a King KP 130. See, like right here. This is pretty much the exact stove I've got right now. It will hold 130 pounds, but so that's what, 3 bags. I usually put 4 in. I can round it up, and get it in there without a problem. So yeah, it's 22. Oh, that's 170. So no, that's not the one. That's not mine. Pellet stoves. See, that's like my stove, but I don't have that control. Mine looks more like this one here. You're the weird. Where'd you go? Anyways, I'll go back. This is pretty much the same one. What? It says burns up to 3.5 days. I got mine up to 5 days. Because I've gotten into the settings and changed it to where I changed the feed rate. No, thank you. Lowe's. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, this is my exact stove here. Yeah, because there's my control panel right there. Exactly what I got for a control panel. Got pictures of the internally? No. There we go. This is the one I was thinking of. Alright, in my stove, which is this one right here, all you see this one plate here and that other plate there. That is all that they give you for access to clean out the ash behind this whole plate. So yeah, it can be tedious trying to get this cleaned out. What I do, I use compressed air. I put like a leaf blower on the outside, lock the trigger on, stick it over the end of the pipe, and then I go in there I got my air compressor out in the shed with enough hose to bring into the house, and then I just blow it out. And it draws it out and just blows it out, blows all the dust outside. Yes, you can use a generator to power a pellet stove. most stoves, most of the time, the most waters they use is during startup, when the igniter is trying to turn on and get the pellet stove going. That is what uses the most electricity on a pellet stove, is the igniter. Once it's running, it hardly uses anything for electricity. No. It's just that. Yeah, you can use a battery backup, but they won't last as long as the generator will. I'll set those two cans right there. But again, with mine, all I do is just no, not a pellet stove. There is no fire brick inside a pellet stove, because the fire is just in this burn pot. It isn't contained inside the burn pot. The air is drawn up through the bottom. I don't know if this one shows it or not, but the stove runs, believe it or not, a pellet stove runs on vacuum, because the exhaust fan is, well, the combustion blower, I should say, is on after the burn pot. The air is actually sucked through the combustion chamber, which is this right here. This is all the combustion chamber. It is actually under vacuum. So if it doesn't detect, you get 4 fire bricks in your Harmon. As I said, I've never dealt with a stove with fire. I didn't think they had fire bricks. So hey, you just Phil helped me learn something. But a pellet stove is on vacuum, because the combustion blower is on after the fire. So that's how some of the safety switches work on a pellet stove. Is if it doesn't detect vacuum, it'll start to shut down. From the factory? Okay. Ducting heat to, no. My stove sets right in my living room. Right in the next room over. What I do is, during the real cold times of the year, I'll just set a fan out, and because it's not quite in the center of the house, but it's close enough. I mean, it kind of give you the layout of my house. I mean, my living room's there, my kitchen's there, bathroom. I got a pantry on that wall, on the other side of that wall. Then I've got 4 bedrooms on that side. So during the nighttime, getting the heat down that end of the house isn't all that important. We try to keep the heat down here, but if it gets real cold, all I do is take a fan, I put it down at the end of the hallway, on the floor, blow the cold air down to this end of the house with the ceiling fan on in the living room. That basically helps mix the cold air, and it, as the fan's blowing the cold air this way, it's actually drawing the heat back out to that end of the house. It works pretty good for me. But it's all everything else. Oh, I don't. I can't take you and show you my stove. Do I get a video of that? Whoa, I get a couple subscribers while I was doing this thing. If you're watching, thank you. Was it a short? Oh no. No. Right there. Nope. There's my Wood and Sons. McCree. Okay. Here we go. It should show, I think I show my stove in here.
Hey everyone, I know I told you I was doing some testing on pellets. This is the test results I came up with my stove.
God, I
Granted,
needed a
it's just a
haircut.
Tractor Supply stove.
Shave and haircut.
It's a King KP130. Pellets are... see it or not? It's called Lacrete. I ran 2 bags, 80 pounds.
Okay, George, as I'm saying, I'm sitting here. Okay, this door right here, this is the room I'm in right now. My kitchen, of course, my living room is immediately, according to in the video, to my left.
And it wound up being, I think it was 36,000
Oh, stop it.
converted over to, from pounds to grams, just to be a little more accurate, was 36,287 grams.
No, it's nothing
Now.
on that one.
Right here. Most of the pellets were that size. However, there
Yeah.
was some pellets. There are quite a few
They're
pellets in it,
quite
like
large,
this.
long pellets.
These are like, I think this one was like 2.5, 2 3/4 inch.
Got that one. This one.
All right, everybody. I'm doing a
God, I said need a shave and haircut. There
test
you go.
here on the that new pellet from Wood and Sons, where they changed the mixture. They're buying their chips from doesn't do the auto on and off. Mine's a high low, as I said earlier. So put in. Plus, I got the flashlight going. These are the
Yeah,
new
my son
pellets.
was sleeping on the couch.
Oh, here's the 3 bags they gave me to try out. So they look pretty good. They're a lot lighter in color than what they were. So there's that. Here you can see
Okay,
it.
there you go. There's the inside of my stove. Like I said, everything's it's vacuum.
Vacuum the stove out and clean the glass. So let's see how these do.
But this is sitting in the corner of the living room, just blowing straight out. Yeah. Yeah. Either Grizzly Adams or something else. I don't know what.
I'm gonna fire it up here in a few minutes and I'll bring you back.
I also got one of these. Infrared temperature gun. Temperature can be read from there. And also right there. So you can see what the temperature is. Oh, I also got another spot right there. So, I don't know if you can see it or not, but
The one thing about Lacrete, there are fines in the bags.
starting
You
to
see,
feed
you
in.
can see it forming on the glass.
Again, this is going to take a few days to get this stuff done. You know, this test to be taken care of. So
Okay, yeah, that clock is still on that wall.
let's show you the fire once it gets fired up. Again, this is the mill I usually haul out of. Wood and Sons. This is what we're testing. That right there is the igniter for the stove. I might have to grab a handful and throw it in there to get it.
But again, that's what's going to use, George, that's what's going to use the most electricity to start on the stove. is that one little item right there, the igniter.
So it covers that up. I don't need that igniter burning out. Alright, we got some smoke and some sparks.
Now, again, with the Lacrete, you see all the fines hanging out around it.
Let's see how quick this ignites. I did have to throw a handful in because I ran that auger completely dry, empty, so I did throw a handful in there just to help it.
Now, Jeff, as I was talking, this right here is made on the West Coast too, and is brought by rail car. That is... excuse me. Cut it out. Right here. They are loaded into the bulk rail cars and then railed from the West Coast to Massachusetts, where it's bagged. They basically suck them out of the rail cars or blow them out, one of the two. I think they do it under a vacuum to try to keep the dust down. But they vacuum them out, clean out, take it out of those rail cars in here. Couple silos right here for they unload the cars as quick as they can, get it there, and then they just keep bagging.
Again, this is just a King KP 130 for a stove. Trying to give everybody the real world experience instead of a lab. You can see there's a little bit of fines, but that could be fines in from the previous pellet I had in there when I ran the hopper empty too. So I am not going to hold that against them. Whammo, there we go.
Now again, vacuum. The combustion blower, the combustion fan is on the afterwards, so.
Alright, let the testing begin. Alright, let me grab my gun here. It's been running for
It
about
is a little dusty in the corner.
an hour. So you can see. Come on. 230 there. About 275. And air temperature coming out. It says 123. Next one down. 155. Wow. And again, I'm on the fence. I'm running for about 9 hours. You can see what little I've used. Right down here.
When I first got my stove, the feed rate for that stove was 4.5 pounds an hour. That thing would drive you out of this house. It'd put it up over 80 degrees Fahrenheit in here. Just literally try to drive you out of the house. I managed to get the feed rate down to, I think I got right now down to like 1.1 pounds per hour feed rate. Again, this is just my stove. I figured I'd do that. Yeah, I think 10 o'clock. So we're going on 2 hours here. So I think we're gonna call it a night, everyone. I got work in the morning, so 4 a.m. Oh, 5 a.m. is when I try to get up. But usually I've been waking up between 3 and 4 a.m. lately. So I figured I'd try to get some sleep. So I hope to see everybody next week in next week's video, next week's stream. So yeah. Again, thanks for joining me. I hope to see everybody next week. Stay safe. And Jeff, I will try to meet up with you, not this week, next week, with some so you can try some of the pellets. All right, bud. Till then, stay safe, everyone.